And prayer we must this very evening and always going forward. And I will pray in the language of heaven, because Chukwukika Abiyama is in control of all that we have been doing and will continue to do until Biafra is restored and all the suffering indigenous populations in the damnable zoological republic are set free. Chineke na nke pụrụ ihe niile Chukwukika Abiyama onye na-efewe n'aja aha nsọ ya mma mgbe niile. Onye ọbụla na ya na-achị eluigwe n'ụwa na-agba akaebe ịhụnanya gị na ebere gị amara gị n'ọmịiko gị ebe ndị gị na-eze ebede ngọzi. Anyị wee na-etoghị agbanyeghị atụmatụ ọjọọ niile nke ndị iro, iwe nye anyị ndụ ala nke dị n'uwe n'ụbọchị nke taa. Anyị wee na-asị na ịja mma niile otu niile dịrị aha nsọ gị. Onye ọ bụ naanị aka ike niile na ọ gbadara aka ya. Anyị wee na-akpọku gị na-asị gị na nke ọma anyị ga-ekele gị, nke ọjọọ ma anyị kelee gị. Anyị wee na-aja gị mma, wee na-etoghị, wee na-asọpụrụ gị n'isi ụmụ gị niile bụ ndị ikwu ndị wee ezi oku mgbe a kpọrọ ha ka ha wee chekwaa ala nsọ gị bụ Biafra onye nwe m na Chineke na ihe n'ikwuru anyị nkwa na o mekataghị ka ndị iro wee were ala nsọ Biafra onye nwe m na Chineke na nke bi n'igwe. Agbanyeghị atụmatụ ọjọọ niile nke ndị iro ma ndị na-agba mgbagba ebe niile dị iche iche onye nwe m na Chineke nna ihere bụ nke ndị dị etu a n'ụbọchị nke taa. Anyị wee na-etoghị, wee na-asị onye nwe anyị na Chineke nna nke pụrụ m ihe niile, onye ọ bụ naanị ya na-azọpụta, onye ọ bụ naanị ya bụ okwu ya niile bụ ihe na amen. Anyị wee na-asị ezi ebube dị ngọzi na n'ụtụtụ na ịja mma na nsọpụrụ site n'ebighị ebi ma ruo n'ebighị ebi. Ise, ise, ise.
Welcome, my amazing viewers. Thank you so much for joining me on my program once again. I appreciate you wherever you're connecting from. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please kindly subscribe to my channel. Click the notification bell so that you notified anytime we post. Thank you so much for joining me on my program once again. I thank you so much wherever you're connecting from. Remember, in this channel, we speak up for the indigenous people in the channel. Click the notification bell so that you notified anytime we upload a video. You will be among the first to see their location. Thank you so much. And remember, each time you watch this video, go to the comment section and put down your comments. We speak up for the killings that are happening in the country of Nigeria. We said enough is enough. It doesn't matter what they do. It doesn't matter what they say. We will continue to push out this information so that the world will hear us. As you all know, share the video, please. Share the video. Share it to all platforms. Share it to every platform you have. Share it to family and friends. Let them know what is going on, because we don't want to allow them to change the narrative or oppress us. No, we cannot allow them to take over the media. The media is a very strong tool. That is why we are coming on daily basis to speak up about the situation of the country of Nigeria, to tell the world what is going on. Because we can't fold our hand to be killed. We can't allow them to continue to kill us. They are already killing people in the southern part of Nigeria as I speak to you. More especially in the southeastern part of Nigeria, a lot of people are losing their life on daily basis. In hundreds, people are dying on daily basis. People are being kidnapped. People are missing. No account has been given. We don't have any representation. No governor, no elite is speaking up for these people who are being abducted and being killed on daily basis. Some of them simply because they asked a question, simply because they were identified as members Biafrans, simply because they were identified as Igbo Biafrans. Some simply because they were seen with a regalia that looks like that of a Biafra. They are being killed. This is the situation. Genocide is happening in Biafra land, and we say no to that. We call the attention of the world in the thing that is happening in Biafra land, that they should look through and see what is going on, because Biafrans will never be silent. The Boko Haram members that they have exported to Biafra land cannot come home alive. That one is sealed and signed. Chukwukika Abiyama have spoken that they will come and they will perish in Biafra land. They have come and they are going to perish in Biafra land. None of them will go home alive. For those of you who have brothers and sisters in military who are in Biafra land today taking lives, begin to prepare for their own burial. Begin to prepare for their own burial, because they will not come home alive. And if you have somebody who is planning to go to the southeast to begin to kill people, begin to tell, like, it doesn't matter your tribe, you might be Igbo, Yoruba, Hausa, whatever you call yourself, and you are preparing to go to the southeast to involve yourself in the killing of innocent people, you will pay with your own life. It doesn't matter whom you are. You might be Igbo, you will pay with your own life, as long as you are involved in the taking life of the people in the southeastern part of Nigeria and even the southwest. You will pay with your own life. Time has gone when we will continue to cry and cry and cry alone. We are only crying that the world might hear our voice, not that they will leave. Not that they will leave us. We are crying so that the world will hear our voice. Not that they will stop. They will continue. We know how stupid the people we are dealing with are. They don't have conscience. People who doesn't have conscience. People who doesn't have a human feeling. People who value animals more than human beings. How do you think they care about what we say? They don't care. So we have to protect ourselves. Self-defense remains the only way. And we will continue to protect ourselves. These people are a bunch of liars and criminals. Nigeria has never been won and will never be won. Nigeria is built on the foundation of false foundation of lies. Nigeria is built on lies, false foundation. How can it stand? How can it stand? When the foundation is not strong, it's not weak, it can never ever stand. It doesn't matter what you put on top, it won't stand. It won't stand. From amalgamation to date, these numbers they are parading around, the statistics they are parading around are all false. They told us that the northerners are more populated than the southern part of Nigeria, which is lie. It's a big lie and false. It's a big lie. You and I know that. You and I know that the savannah area is always more populated than the desert. Always more populated than the desert. It's all over the world except in Nigeria. They decided to create some states that are not viable. States that cannot be able to sustain themselves. Taking money from the southern part of Nigeria to enrich themselves. Built on lie. Everything that is there is built on lie. That is why you see even the politicians, they are the worst. Those you call politicians. It doesn't matter where they are. They are from the north to south to east to west to they are Igbo, Hausa, Yoruba. So long they are politicians, they are evil because they are being fed and trained in the false foundation. They are supporting and standing up for a constitution that is false. For those of you who think asking for the breakup of Nigeria is a crime, I want you to watch this video I'm about to play now. This video is going to release a lot of things to you. It's going to tell you the kind of people you will have in that very country we call Nigeria. The kind of people you call politicians and what they represent. This video is going to show you more reason why you should ask for a breakup so that you can have a sane society where you can have truthful people who can be standing for their own people and not for their own selfish interest. This video is video of El-Rufai. The speech he was making when they were trying to come into power as APC. You will see him speaking very beautiful words, exposing the exact situation of the country called Nigeria. Listen to this video from beginning to the end of this video. At the end of that video, you will get the point. The same person that you will see in that video talking, you will now go and compare his life today with what you are going to see in this very video. Let us watch carefully to the end.
Interest of public good. And you know, the politicians proudly tell you that politics is about interest. If they don't get what they want, they are ready to collapse the system. Every military coup in Nigeria's history was engineered by civilians that have lost elections, rightly or wrongly. If a politician contests for a position and he doesn't get it, he will not support a party member that got the nomination. He will rather move to the opposition and ensure that the person that defeated him, fair and square, loses the election. So we have a political culture where the primacy of personal interest trumps everything else. Now, what is the difference between human beings and animals? Human beings can come together and compromise to live in peace, to make progress. Animals, at least some of them, not all, some animals are even organized enough to do what human beings do. But most animals don't have the sense that if we come together, we will be more successful. With animals, it's everyone for himself. So it is with most Nigerian politicians. Everyone for himself. No one for the country. No one even for the party. It's an interesting political culture, and it's ingrained. Politicians believe that is the way, that is politics. And to change it will take quite an effort. Something has happened in the political landscape in the last 1 year. This merger of 3 opposition parties. It's unprecedented. It has never happened. It only happened because the 3 leaders of the parties, that is General Buhari, Asorock Bola Tinubu, and Dr. Ogbonnaya Onu decided that we must put aside our own personal interests, our personal aspirations, our personal ambitions to save the country. Because if we don't save it, PDP will take each one of us one by one and kill us. Standing alone, the PDP will get all of them. But together, perhaps, they stand a fighting chance. Okay? This is the only reason why the merger took place. Because for the first time, the leaders of the parties decided that public interest is more important than private interests. Now, I hope, and I'm a member of that party, I'm an official of that party, I hope that that attitude will be sustained as we go forward into the future. But this is a problem, and until we fix our politics, we'll continue to throw up the wrong leaders, we'll continue to sustain a system that serves the elite few to the detriment of the many. And one day, everything will end. Because this system that excludes, that pauperizes the majority, is not sustainable. One day, the large majority of the poor and the hungry will kill all of us, the minority that are not poor and that eat well. Which brings me to the next problem. We have built our economics around one commodity called oil. We have moved from a country that is fairly economically diversified into a country that depends on oil. And we live in a federation where only one state is viable, really, Lagos. And Lagos is viable not because of its efforts, but because of history. It was the federal capital, it is the commercial capital, so they have the tax base to tax and be viable. Apart from Lagos, no state in the federation can pay the cost, the running cost of its government without a monthly check from Abuja. Two other states can pay salaries. Kano, for the same reasons like Lagos, big history, some industrial base, and Kaduna, because one former governor sacked half of the civil servants, a military governor. Apart from these three states, no other state in Nigeria can pay the salaries, just the salaries, forget the overheads, just the salaries of its own staff. So we have, and again, it's a continuation of the entitlement culture. And finally, we have a federation that has no federalism. Okay? When you have a country like Nigeria with over 500 different ethnic groups, the only system of government that can work is a federation that allows each community or each grouping to develop at its own pace and to design a system of administration that is unique to that community. One size fits all does not work in a country like Nigeria that is so diverse. We were a federation until the military coup of 1966. Since then, we have tended towards centralization. And that has still not left us. Okay? The federal government is too powerful. The states are too weak. And the local governments are almost non-existent because they have been destroyed by the state governments. Now, for us to try to get back on track, we have to try to be a true federation. And that has some serious implications on the entitlement culture, on the way we do things, and on our politics. Now, I have told you the problems. I will now quickly try to propose some solutions, which is what I think is a medium-term roadmap for realizing the Nigeria of our dreams. And I hope that will happen in my lifetime. That means in the next 20 years, because we don't live long in my family. Now, how are nations built? Let me, as we celebrate Nigeria's 100 years, remind you of three realities about nation building. The first, that most nations are artificial. Okay, so those that are saying that the amalgamation of Nigeria was some white people did it, were not, are talking crap. Most countries were artificially created. There are very few countries. Even United Kingdom is an artificial creation. Scotland, Wales, England, they have histories of killing and fighting each other. Okay? So our amalgamation by whoever, by whatever, in my view, in my opinion, is an act of God. God meant us to be together. If you look at the population density of the African continent, you will know that Nigeria is God's creation. It was not Lugat's creation.
After watching this video, if you don't see the reason why you should call for breakup of Nigeria, that means you are a fool. And you will remain a fool forever. After watching this video, if you do not still see the reason why you should call for a breakup of the contract called Nigeria, that means you are not human. This was a man speaking. This very man that is speaking on that very place. Everything that he has stated on that place now as the problem of the country and the problem of the politician is exactly what he is doing today. Everything he has pointed out there as a problem is exactly what he is standing for today, what he's promoting today, what he is doing. Look at when he said about if people lose the election, once the power is not in their hand, they can do everything do everything at their disposal to make sure that they take back power, even including killing people and doing other things. That was exactly what this man did when they wanted to take power from Goodluck Jonathan. They went and brought the people, the terrorists they are calling bandits today. It was this same man that just spoke that went and imported them from all parts of West Africa to come and fight for them in order to get power. This man that was speaking about it, he is the person that went and invited them from all corners. He admitted to it on national television. He admitted that he went to pay killers to stop coming to kill. How did he manage to know where they come from? And how did he manage to know that they were the killers? Up to the extent of negotiating to go and pay them to stop coming. These are the people that brought the terrorists we are talking about today, that they have renamed bandits and refused to proscribe them up to today that I'm speaking to you. But when you see them coming to use their sweet tongue to talk to people, you think they are reasonable. It is not just him. Every other politician you see in the contemporary Nigeria is doing the same thing, including those politicians who are from Biafra land. They are doing the same. You see them talking about election now. You see them preaching, say no matter of things. They are talking about Igbo president. Make an Igbo man a president. This same thing this man is doing today is what he's going to do. Make an Igbo man a president in Nigeria. Nigeria will become worse than Somalia. It will become worse than it is today. The only solution remains a breakup. Stop deceiving yourself. Stop deceiving yourself. Recently, a brother to a commissioner in Sokoto State, a brother to a commissioner to the government of Tambuwa was caught supplying arms and ammunition, boots and uniform to bandits. Brother to a commissioner, a well-placed commissioner who is working directly with the governor, was caught supplying arms and ammunition to bandits in the northern part of Nigeria. And this is what they do. Not just him, there are so many other, and he named many people, important personalities that are involved in everything. When somebody came to national television and tell you that members of Boko Haram and Asorock, they are governors, they are ministers, they are lawmakers, you thought it was a joke. The revelation is coming. Watch this video carefully. They spoke in Hausa. Look for somebody who speaks, who knows how to speak Hausa to interpret for you. As for me, I understand every word they said in Hausa. I understand every single thing they said in Hausa. Listen carefully and see what is happening in the place you call your own country. Those who call themselves members of one Nigeria. Watch.
Bayan ka aikin lahiya.
Sokoto dan kamarawa ne yayi. Ko bayan shi ka kama gana aka tura maka kuɗi ranar Juma'a aka je ka bada takalma muna bin ka kace ba a bada takalma sai an bada cikon 265. An yi haka nan waya kana nan da hannuna haka ne aka zo aka kawo maka cikon kuɗi kace to ran Lahadi ƙarfe 8 zuwa 9 na safe a zo a ansa wanda kake magana da shi, gadon da kake magana, kuke magana da shi, duk da kake magana da gado, ai biya muke da gado muna da dan mu kama shi. To saboda haka ka faɗa ma gwamna gaskiya. Gwamna mai son zaman lahiya ne, gwamna mai son a taimaka ne, amma in kai wai wani kwane-kwanen da kake yi, wayar ka yanzu ya kai shekara ɗaya muna bin wayar ka. Tsakaninka da gado da bashari duka muna biye da wayoyin ku a shekara. Kuma bashari da ya kira ka da kake magana bashari da ai magana kai magana bashari. Bashari ya baka allura. Bashari bai ba, don in ka ce bashari ya baka allura, za mu haɗa ka da bashari, za a je SSS. Kuma jiya ka ce moyi yana sane da ayyukan da kake na ce ka bari a kira moyi, kwamishina ne na jihar Sokoto da gwamnan Sokoto haka suke. In aka kira moyi cewa sana'ar da kake ta kai ma sai ma barayi takalma, moyi ya sani. To amma jiya ka ga abin da ka wani sai da na jawo hankalin ka. To amma ba bashar ya baka allura ba. Sai aka ji allura da kuna treating bandit. Ba ina kare bashari bane ba. Ku dai ku duk abin da ya samu barayin nan kuke kula da su, haka ne ko ba haka ba? Tsakaninka da Allah. Sannan takalman da kake saiwa habu, shi na 'yan makaranta ne, koko na makiyaya shanu ne, koko tsakaninka da Allah baka san takalman da barayi ake kai musu ba. To ka sa ana kai mu barayi su, kamara ga taku ba zaune lafiya kuke ba, an kashe muku 'yan uwa, an kashe muku mutane, kuma kuke bido takalma, gado ya je Kaduna ya so takalma. Gado ya san mai sayar takalma Kaduna? To ya aka yi in gado bai san mai sayar takalma Kaduna ba, gado kai ya sani, ka mai sayar takalma, kai kuma kai ka san mai sayar takalma. Don haka gado mu muka ce so takalma gare ka, don mu tabbatar da cewa abin da ake waɗi kuna so ma ɓarayi kaya da gaske ne ko ba da gaske ba. Ka zuciyarka ta hita daga magana gado hudda ku da gado, ka tsaya ka faɗi kasuwancin da kake tunda ba.
That is the situation. Nigeria has become so insecure that there's no place is safe. No single place is safe. This same man I showed you his video before, what do you call him? Erufai that showed you his video today. He is one of the people who brought these terrorists we're talking about and go to Kaduna State. As of 2 days ago, a seminary school was attacked. People were killed and many kidnapped. Few days ago, these are people who are telling you that Boko Haram are repented and most of them have surrendered.
The command recorded a very unfortunate incident where unknown gunmen invaded St. Albert College at Faid Kagoma in Jama'a local government and shot sporadically, leaving some students injured, bullet wounds, and kidnapped 3 seminarians in the unfortunate incident. The Commissioner of Police has ordered for deployment of more police personnel to comb the nearby bushes with a view to rescuing the 3 kidnapped victims unhurt, with a possible arrest of the hoodlums, the perpetrators.
Omeri wonendizu wondiroya abakare mama daora kuna bori meri namdi win the war. Python that's 1, Python that's 2, now Python that's 3. Kuna bori meri namdi win the war. Python that's 1, Python that's 2, now Python that's 3. Kuna bori meri namdi. Nandebu onyedu aimo omeri wonendizu ungiroya abakare mamandahora unaburi meri nandi win the war. Python that's 1, Python that's 2, now Python that's 3. Unaburi meri nandi win the war. Python that's 1, Python that's 2, now Python that's 3. Unaburi meri nandi.